Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Music and Moonsaults. I'm your host, Chris Bourdine, and joining me today, Mr. Robert O'Neill from LateNightGrin.com. Robert, how are we doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, Chris. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent, man. So Robert was on back, I think it was September when you were on last.
Yes.
And since then, I've discovered another thing besides wrestling we have in common. We are both very huge University of Michigan fans. So we've been going back and forth this whole season, and it's safe to say things are going pretty good for us right now.
Yeah, man. I thought Ohio State looked pretty good throughout the year, and I'm like, oh well, it's gonna be the same old stuff.
Yeah.
And then Michigan just came out and basically dominated them for the whole game. And in the playoff now, I do think they can beat Georgia. I'm real excited about it.
I'm just hoping we keep it close. I don't want a Michigan State Alabama situation from a few years ago. That's all. That's all I can. As long as it's within, I don't know, 2 touchdowns, I think I'll be okay. Like obviously I want us to win, but I think if we're within two touchdowns, I think that's a pretty fair outcome. But we're not here to talk about college football today. We are here to watch some wrestling. And this is a match we're gonna watch today that I'm a big fan of. It's Armageddon 2006, and it's the 4-way ladder match for the, what were they calling it? The WWE tag team titles, right?
Mm-hmm.
That was the SmackDown branded titles. And we got London and Kendrick, who are coming in as the champs. We've got Taylor and Regal and Eminem and the Hardy Boys. So this is should be a lot of fun. So if you're pulling up on Peacock, if you're here in the States, we are going to start at 24 minutes 37 seconds, and I'll give you a little time to get that pulled up and get there, and then we'll do a quick countdown and press play, and we'll all watch this together. So. Have you? So you are a big Ruthless Aggression era guy, correct, Robert?
Yes. Huge fan. That's really when I started watching, and I've kind of been going back and rewatching all of it for the past couple of years for a different podcast I do as well. And we're in 2005 with that right now, so I haven't gotten to this one yet. But I do remember it happening. I didn't watch a match, I didn't watch pay-per-view, but there's obviously the one spot everyone remembers. So I'm excited to watch it back.
Yeah, I don't. We didn't. Yeah, I didn't watch this pay-per-view live. I know that. I want to say it was weird. So I was living in an apartment with my buddy Matt, and then each of our significant others at the time, and we were like playing a game or a board game or something, and like he had his laptop out, I think, and was either on a message board or somehow he was kind of keeping track of things. And as the spot, the famous or infamous, if you're Joey Mercury, spot happens, he's like, oh my gosh, this is what just happened. And like, I remember the buzz about it, and it wasn't till sometime early in the next year when the DVD came out that I finally saw it, and I was like, holy crap.
Mm-hmm.
But even without that spot, it's a really good match from what I remember. I haven't watched it in quite a while, so I'm excited to watch it again here today.
Yeah, I mean, like historically, you can't really miss with multi-man tag matches, especially if you have a ladder involved. So it should be a lot of fun.
Yes. All right, so everyone should be there. Like I said, 24:37, and we're gonna press play in 3, 2, 1, play. And we got the champions coming out. Paul London, Brian Kendrick.
They were good. I like them a lot.
I do too. I'm not quite sure what's this whole. See, I wasn't watching SmackDown at the time. The move to Friday really hurt me, and where I was at, like we couldn't get. I think they were still on UPN at the time. So I wasn't really watching SmackDown a whole lot. So I missed pretty much their entire run as champions. They had a fairly long run, correct?
Yeah, they did. I think they were almost like the entire year of 2006.
Yeah.
Like, it was a good amount of time.
So now we get William Regal and Dave Taylor coming out.
It's kind of a weird team. Like I know they teamed in WCW, but
Mm-hmm.
Rigo was with Paul Burchill when he came in. I like those two a lot, and then Burchill went and did the pirate stuff, and he could have just stuck with Regal. I would have preferred that. I think.
Yeah, I agree.
Where are you on Regal? Like in general, I think he's great.
I think he's good. I definitely was. So I went back and watched, the WCW run,
Mm-hmm.
and that he didn't really click with me until he came over and started doing the character work as a general manager and stuff like that. Here in the WWE, that's when I really was like, really was into him. I mean, you can't knock his work at all. He's a phenomenal wrestler, but I think I enjoy his character work more than I enjoy watching his wrestling.
Okay, yeah, so, there we go. Fair.
And we got Teddy Long. This was supposed to be just this 2-on-2 tag team match.
Yes.
And Teddy Long is out, and he's going to make a change. So
yeah,
it's going to be a ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd goes crazy. And give me some ladders.
There we go.
Yeah. And this pay-per-view as a whole is weird. There's a lot of gimmicks going on in this pay-per-view. The match before this was an Inferno match with Kane and MVP, and then a little later on there's a last ride match with Undertaker and Kennedy. So there's a lot going on in this pay-per-view.
Yeah. The single brand pay-per-views were interesting because there usually wasn't like enough to fill a pay-per-view, so they had to kind of gimmick them a little bit.
Yeah, but I preferred it. Like when they brought back the brand split and started out doing the brand specific pay-per-views, I preferred that. Now when they started trying to cram two, one for each brand each month, it got a little much, but
yeah.
Oh, and now Teddy's adding teams, and we've got Eminem. Where are you at on Eminem? I loved them as a team.
Yeah, I was a big fan. I think just a really great heel team. Both of them can work. Melina can work too, which we didn't really find out till after Eminem. But yeah, no, I like them a lot. Really, really strong team.
And they had they kind of just got thrown back together. A couple weeks before this, they got, and as we're kind of having the conversation about too many pay-per-views, they're in this weird spot here where they got like 4 pay-per-views in 2 months. Because at the beginning of this month, they had that awful December to Dismember pay-per-view.
Oh, yeah.
And they wrestled the Hardys on that show, which is the only redeeming quality of that show. And then they got this pay-per-view at the end of December, and then in January, they have 2 pay-per-views. They have the New Year's Revolution and the Royal Rumble. So
yes,
they were really cramming it in here at the end of 2006, beginning of 2007. So, and the belts are being raised, and there's one more team left to come. Who could it be? And yep. There it is. There's the Hardy Boys. And man, they always get a reaction, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
And, I forgot Jeff was the Intercontinental Champion at this time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because this is really the start of, when Jeff is really on the rise, these next 2 years.
Yes.
Yeah.
He had just come back earlier this year, in 2006. And, yeah, they're really... 2 years after this is when he wins the big one finally. So
yep.
And again, they're kind of loose with the brand split here because Matt is technically, I think, a SmackDown guy, and Jeff is on Raw, but here they are. They're gonna try and win the the WWE Tag Team titles. But back to Eminem, they showed up in 2005 and had a nice run, and then I think Mercury had some issues, and they split them up, and Nitro went on his own, and then, like I said, they kind of got thrown back together here to feud with have a nice little feud with the Hardys here, because they're in, like I said, they wrestled at the previous pay-per-view. They were, in this match together, and then they also wrestle at the Rumble in 2007. Mm-hmm. So, and that was always like a dream match to me. Like once Jeff came back and like all four guys were in the same company, I was like, oh, I really want to see those two teams go at it, and
yeah,
we got it. So here we go. Match has started. We kind of pair off here. Hardy's with Eminem, and London and Kendrick with Taylor and Regal.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense to do it that way because it was supposed to be just London, Kendrick against Taylor and Regal in the first place. So yeah, they might as well be fighting each other, and then the other two, kind of like you talked about. And
now we got the two babyface teams in the ring facing off, throwing hands.
Oh yeah.
I think if London and Kendrick had came along like 10 years later, I think they would have been a way bigger deal.
Oh yeah, no, I agree.
But they still not really into the smaller guys here in 2006.
Yeah, I mean, they still both managed. I mean, this team was good, and they both managed to have good careers. So, I mean, it worked out for them, But yeah, like if they came around, like a couple of years ago, and they were just getting in the current product, like they'd be huge.
Unfortunately, and this probably says more about me than it does him as a performer. Because I mean, again, from all accounts, he's a great performer, and he is. But when the first thing I think of when I think of Paul London is his. The way he was eliminated in the 05 Rumble.
Oh, yeah.
That clothesline from Snitsky, and he does like the 360 spin off the apron.
Mm-hmm.
That pops me every time. Now we got the technical masters kind of just inflicting some punishment on the champions, and Nitro and Mercury on their way to get the ladders.
Going all the way up by the stage to get the ladders instead of just the ones by the ring.
Not a sound strategy. And they're thwarted by the Hardys.
I do like the stage a lot, though.
I was going to bring that up. If that's one of the things I miss most is these unique stage setups for pay-per-views, and this one with the castle and all that is just, it's phenomenal. Great stuff. And I love this. Hardys are throwing ladders in the ring. And Taylor and Regal keep throwing them back out because they don't want to climb. It's tremendous.
Yeah, that's great. All right, here we go. Yep.
Oh. What are we going to do here? And we got... We're just... Everyone's just kind of a melee here now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, classic poetry motion.
Yep.
There we go.
Snapshot.
Yes. Boom. Yes, that was a great move.
Yes. Yeah, what the thing is about Eminem, like they brought him in, they had him win the tag titles almost right away, and then they lose him to Heidenreich and Road Warrior Animal.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And just, I don't know, like they got him back like after the chase all summer, and it just didn't really feel the same. Like we didn't need 3 months of Heidenreich and Animal with the titles.
Oh man, we just saw a double super kick.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like that's why, and you said it too. Like if they came in today, they'd fit right in.
Yeah, for sure. Nitro getting worked over by Kendrick, kicked out of the ring. Now it's just the Hardys and London and Kendrick again. Oh,
Oof.
Irish rip into a ladder. This is good stuff.
All right, let's see. The Hardys are the only ones up now.
Yeah. Can they climb and get the titles?
Mm.
Setting it up. Ooh. Jeff's climbing.
Oh, man.
Drop kicks him right off the ladder. He was smart not to actually drop kick the ladder over, too. That way
Oh,
the
yeah.
ladder stays up, and now he can try and climb. Ladder doesn't look tall enough either.
No, it doesn't. Ooh.
Ooh. That could have been bad.
Yes.
Nitro tried to springboard and got nothing but air.
All right, let's see.
Here's Mercury now. Working over both Hardys with a ladder.
Yeah, they show the replay. Nitro like almost landed right on the corner of the ladder with his back. That would not have been good.
Yeah, tell me about it. Oh, Mercury. He's almost to the top.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
Push him off.
All four guys lifting the ladder, and they're going to, dump him. Right. Ooh.
Oh, that was cool.
Yeah, it was. Nitro saved his life. Now, Matt with a dive over the top.
Yeah, you can tell Dave Taylor's not doing anything in this match.
Yeah, he's like, I didn't sign up for this. Yeah, Mercury didn't come clean off the top of that ladder. His leg got caught up, it seemed like, and kind of slowed his fall. So that, I mean, this is a really good thing that Nitro was right there, because
yeah,
it could have been bad. But we're gonna Hardy's Irish whip Kendrick into the corner, into the ladder. And they do the same to London now. And we're gonna try again for poetry. And London moves. Jeff gets a face full of ladder.
Wow.
Where are you at on ladder matches in general?
I like them for the most part. You know, I think like NXT the past couple of years, they've done too many of them. Yes. But I think like if you use them correctly, I think they're good. You know, I like them when there's multiple people in them. I still like the Money in the Bank matches every year. I know, the concept's kind of overdone, but they're always just a ton of fun.
I don't think the concept's overdone. I think they've just lost the ability in booking it properly.
That's fair.
I think if they did a better job of booking not only who wins, but then the eventual cash-in, I think it would go a long way in, being better. Yeah. But, I mean, I think all the women, it seems like, except for Carmella, like every other woman who's won it has either cashed in like that night or, that week after. Like Carmella's the only one that's held on to it for an extended period of time. And when you like blow your wad on it right away like that, it's kind of like, okay, you kind of lose the element of what the money in the bank is. And I think they also screwed it up when Brock had it, because I think they could have really done something cool with that, but they ended up not doing anything cool.
Yeah, and I mean, like, I think, the Brock Party stuff was entertaining. It kind of like showed them, but yeah, no, like anyone else in that match winning probably would have done a lot more. And I mean, I like the Brock and Seth match at SummerSlam a lot too, but yeah, I think you could have probably elevated a guy. All right, let's see. What are we doing?
Oh,
is he do a splash onto it? Yep.
Yeah, the double foot stomp on. Oof.
It's always funny, like you're watching wrestling and like there's some stuff you just know there's no like safe or fun way to take it. It's just gonna hurt.
Yeah, for sure.
All right, Let's see here. It's got Eminem back in control.
Double gut buster. Yeah, and I think I don't know. I don't know if it's just because of the era they were in or what, but I don't think watching this back and thinking about it, I don't think London and Kendrick get the credit they deserve for. I mean, because I see a lot like that stuff they just did with laying Matt on the ladder and coming Kendrick coming off the top. That's a very Young Bucks type move,
Mm-hmm.
So they kind of were on the forefront of that style of wrestling in a way,
Yeah.
So, I think we're getting ready to.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting ready to get to that spot here. We're gonna
Superplex onto the ladder.
Suplex.
Looks like
Matt saving his brother. Oh,
yeah,
there it is. Right there. And
wow.
Immediately. Just blood pouring out of Joey Mercury's face.
Yeah, you can tell that was not supposed to happen like that.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like, oh yeah, he gets the corner, I guess.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yep. The foot of that ladder. And then and Nitro kind of took it in the throat.
Mm-hmm.
So. Ooh. And the eye immediately swelled shut.
Yeah.
And I just listened to the Something to Wrestle With episode about this show today.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently he was like, I guess not realizing how bad a shape he was truly in, as we keep showing the replay of it. Like he was like, oh no, I'm still gonna finish the match, because he was, obviously as one of 8 people in, but him specifically, he was gonna play a big part, especially in the ending of the match.
Mm-hmm.
And that didn't end up happening, because they were like, no, you are too messed up. We need to get you to the hospital now.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's obviously bleeding a bunch. You have concussion worries as well. Yeah.
So, and in this era, they didn't really pull guys out of matches that often.
No, it was a rare thing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Kendrick. Oh, nice.
And there we go. That's nice.
There we go. That's what I want. Just Taylor and Regal just tossing people.
Yeah, they're trying to fill some time here. It looks man.
That suplex was gnarly. Woo.
Great. Fell by London too. Lay there. Don't roll off right away.
Oh, it's like a half Nelson suplex. Just face first on the ladder. That was awesome.
You can make Regal climb.
Yeah. He's like, nope, you try.
Oh, that's good.
This is fantastic. This is fantastic stuff. This is what I mean. Like this stuff, along with the obviously as good of a worker he was, like this is what really put it together for me for Regal. It's weird too. He looks younger now with the longer hair and stuff that he has than he than he does at this point. It's crazy. Neck breaker. Oh.
All right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I haven't seen Nitro in a while either. So yeah, like you said, he might have been a little banged up too.
Well, I'm sure had that spot went completely as planned, I'm sure both of them would have been taking a bit of a breather at this part of the match anyway. I mean,
yes,
that seems like a spot you would want to, sell as being, taking you out for Oh no, Jeff's on a ladder on the outside of the ring. Oh,
Oof.
oh,
Oh, that's wow.
that was awesome.
That
Here's,
was pretty cool. Yeah,
that was
because
sweet. Yeah. So, like I said, Jeff was on the outside on top of the ladder, and he looked like he was going to do a swanton into the ring, and then Nitro comes out of nowhere, jumps feet first through the ropes and drop kicks the ladder, knocking Jeff off. That was a really great spot. And I want to say like Nitro and Hardy had just worked a ladder match on TV
I believe
around the
they
same time
did. Yeah.
for the IC title.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, they did on Raw, if I remember correctly. Yeah,
yeah,
like a
yeah, it was
few
a
weeks before this. Yeah, because they had a pretty good feud. Because they're two guys who work similarly, and yeah.
yeah, for sure.
All right, let's see. What are we gonna do here?
Yeah, I've always been a fan of Nitro / Morrison / whatever his last name is for whatever company he's in.
Yes.
Um, the end of his first run here, I kind of was like, because they made they leaned a little too heavy into the parkour aspect of his. It was like that's all he could do was jump off cool things, and I'm like, all right, he can do so much more than this.
Yeah.
So by that time, I was like a little out on him, but for the most part, I've always really liked him.
Mm-hmm.
We got London and Matt Hardy exchanging blows towards the top of the ladder, both trying to get those belts.
All right. Let's see here.
Oh.
See, I don't know if he was supposed to like sunset flip him, and that's my
Yeah,
Hardy.
I kind of think so, because otherwise,
There's really no reason for Matt to fall otherwise, right?
Yeah.
Like it looks like he just
lost it. Just lost it.
Let's see.
Now Jeff's climbing.
Not really in position though.
No, he's not.
Yep.
No. Yeah, they just Raw a couple weeks ago. Okay, yeah, that makes sense then. There we go. And there's the sunset flip.
All right.
The best one of those I think I've ever seen in a ladder match like this is the Eddie Ray custody for Dominic ladder match.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie executes one of those on Ray, and it looked fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh
wow. Okay.
A bit of a wishbone, and then they tried squishing him in between, but he got out of it. Yeah, I can't. I don't know. For the life of me, I'm not sure why they thought it was a good idea to bring Dave Taylor in here at this time.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, there's plenty of people Regal can tag with. I mean, I know like he tagged with Dave Taylor before, but that was even like 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah, it was. And there we go again.
The belt's gonna climb now.
Oh,
there you go.
Yeah. Taking too long. Too afraid to climb. Which I'm not gonna lie. I'm the same way when I climb a ladder. I'm very slow.
Yeah, no, I've never had to climb a ladder. I'm not a big heights guy, so
it's not my favorite thing.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like outside on uneven ground, then it's even more of a precarious position to be in. But
oh yeah,
I can't. Is that someone else's blood on Regal's arm, or is that did he get his arm? Oh
wow.
I don't know what that was supposed to be. Was he going for sliced bread there
I think so.
and just kind of
Just didn't get all of
just
it.
biffed it.
Yep.
Great sell job by Regal there.
Mm-hmm.
London's now crawling in. I don't have the sound on, but what do you think of JBL as a commentator?
I thought he was pretty good. Like I
Yeah.
think he developed good chemistry with Michael Cole.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of as time went on. Like,
I
I didn't.
I definitely liked him on this first run as
Mhm.
a commentator, as opposed to his last one. I
Yeah.
think his last one he got a little bit too gimmicky, but I think he was really really good and really. And we
Is that
have a
it?
winner, and
Oh,
the
there we go.
champions retain.
Yeah. So I mean, you can kind of tell like that wasn't supposed to be the
No.
finish.
Yeah.
But you know,
Yeah.
you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. Exactly. I mean, yeah. So I mean, not perfect by standards. I wouldn't say it's the greatest. Of these multi-team ladder matches. But I still think it's pretty good. I mean,
Yeah, it was fun.
If you're into the car crash matches, and then this'll do you just fine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah. And they go on, continue to be champions.
Good stuff.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Kendrick wasn't concussed there, because he kind of landed right on his head.
Mm. Oh yeah, he's looking rough.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. They're all looking. All
Look at all that blood.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna say all that blood on the mat there. Craziness. And well, if you haven't seen enough replays of the Mercury incident, here's one more for you.
I guess I'm a little confused, like how they thought that was gonna go. Like what the plan was there, just because.
Well, I think what happened. I think he was looking too far down.
Oh, okay.
Because that's why. I mean, that's why Mercury, or that's why Nitro got more in the neck, because he was looking a little more up. I think he was looking too far down, and it caught him. I think if he would have been looking more like straight ahead or even up a little more, I think he would have been just fine. Okay. Or gotten his hands up too, probably would have helped. But yeah, I think that was what happened. It just was one of those things that just happens from time to time.
Yeah.
Mistakes and accidents happen when you're doing the professional wrestling. So
Absolutely.
Well, that was fun, dude.
Yeah, no, it was great. I had a good time.
Yeah. So tell everyone about latenightgrin.com, man.
Yeah, latenightgrin.com. So every Friday after Rampage, we do like a 4-hour show. Usually an hour of it is reviewing Rampage, and then the other 3 are just whatever we end up talking about. It's a fun time. $1 a month on Patreon will get you in. We also have a couple TW series. We have some NXT watch-alongs. We have some WCWC show watch-alongs, which are a lot of fun. Just a lot of stuff. Just check it out. It's myself and Joe Holbert, who's been on here before.
Yep.
Confirm Shoot, Oracle Wrestling, who you might know from Twitter. Just good stuff.
Yeah, it's really really good stuff, and for the $1, you can't beat it. It's just a fun hang. I usually catch the Grin, usually the Monday or the Tuesday after, and listen to it at work, and it's I just chuckle just all the time. So it's a lot of fun. And you're also all over the Distraction YouTube channel too.
Yes, we do a Ring of Honor show every Tuesday, which was a Ring of Honor like weekly TV show, but now we're just watching old Ring of Honor matches, which is also fun.
Yeah.
That's me, Joe, and Jeremy, and Steven Jensen. I'll pop up on the Distraction every week. The Corner 3, I'll be on their post show usually. Just really whatever they want me to do. I usually just come in and do it.
Yeah, heck yeah, man. So check all that out, guys, and you throw Robert a follow at Robert O'Neill 31, and yeah, check it out. It's great stuff. You can follow me at Ibanez Chris and go to anchor.fm/Christopher-Boardine5, or look me up on, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that if you want audio of this here podcast. So, all right, that'll do it for today. Until next time, guys. See ya.